Hi, Leo. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your July 2025 reading. I want to say happy birthday right off the bat. It's your birthday season starting next month, near closer to the end of the month, the last 10 days or so. But you're still a July baby, some of you. And this is an amazing reading, Leo. I can see huge transformation here for you in this reading. First of all, in the recent past, I can see that you have gone through a really difficult time. I'm not sure how long it's been going on, but it's been really hard for you. This is the 10 of spades. This person, or ten of spades, 10 of swords. This person, you, I think, has a lot of suffering. Okay, a lot of suffering here. And one of the things I want to tell you about the Ten of Swords is that seven of these swords other people put in. You get very hurt by the actions and words of others and or situations. But the last three swords you put in yourself. You do start doing your own self damage. And finally, at the last sword, you realize you just don't want to do this anymore. I'm done with this. I've suffered enough, kind of thing. Okay. Now watch this. Watch this. This is beautiful. And I love in this tarot, in this transparent tarot, that they use the phoenix. The phoenix as the judgment card, as the rebirth card, okay? Being reborn. And out of the ashes, too, I might add. The phoenix comes out of the ashes and is reborn and soars more bigger, more powerful than they ever were before. And this is you. Look at that. The phoenix, its wing is even covering you, protecting you. And so you're ready to um you're ready for growth, you're ready for new, you're ready to come out of this, whatever it is that you've had to go through. And like I said, be more powerful, stronger. Like, I feel like you needed to go through this something. We all have to go through a time of suffering in our lives, or we don't really live. We don't really learn. We need to learn from mistakes and hurdles that we have to go through, and it provides a lot of growth for us, maturity for us, and the growth you do get from this. Look at that, the Hierophant right after the Judgment. So just a lot of growth. I think a lot of, the Hierophant is a philosophical mind, someone that can go very deep and understand, finally understand, really get something, have theories and move on with something. So grow and expand and spread your wings. Look at the all the growth at the top of the tree and how it's starting to spread and be full, just like the wings of the phoenix. So you're going to be on fire. You're going to be on fire like this. You're going to come out of this just soaring, soaring. Okay. Now, if we combine those with the Morgan Greer tarot, oops, I think that you may have had help from the Queen of Pentacles going through this difficult time. This person steers or directs you or shows you light in some way, helps you with healing, I think, okay? Because Pentacles also represents healing. And she probably helps you out financially too. This could be a man as well. It doesn't have to be a woman. But also shows how to get through things. Like, the Queen of Pentacles is known for husbanding the property, the land, everything that she surveys while her husband is away. He's gone to war, he's gone to conquer great things, and she's at home taking care of everything herself, including what her husband would normally do if he were home. But she needs to do this, and so she's, I feel, teaching you how to do this, how to get through this, how to grow from this, what, find the value in it. And you do. Here is this the nine? Yeah, this is the nine of cups. So success, happiness, wish come true. And I feel like you've completed this journey. You did learn something. You got what you were supposed to get out of it. This is success. And then the seven of pentacles with that hierophant, and the seven of pentacles. In the seven of pentacles, we're looking for the reward for our work. We're looking to be paid for the work we put in. And I think you're being paid in experience and knowledge and growth and maturity. Like, you're getting a lot out of, you realize now, this experience that you've been through. So in the present, that's recent past, or I think the transformation is recent, but the pain could have been ongoing for quite a while. In the present, you have I believe this is the Empress. Yes. So the Empress, this is new beginnings, growth again, manifestation. Like this, the Empress, everything she touches grows, right? And so it's appreciation too of the beauty we have around us, respecting everything and nurturing, like a lot of nurturing here. This is very mother type energy. And then you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, somebody could be becoming a mother. A Knight of Swords could, because it could be female too. That could be an air energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Um, this is also, kind of on a quest, for knowledge, to communicate. One thing, I think, to communicate. I think you're probably very intelligent, Leo, and you need that networking, and I also think you're going for something. You're getting more information, you're getting the details you need to begin something new, to nurture something, and begin something new. Okay, and you're being strategic now about trying to nurture yourself and provide yourself, and you are going to be successful. You have the 10 of cups with this. Like, that is success. Look at that. Because you've applied your mind, you've applied your mind now. Oh, these cards never stay. I like it when they're nice and together. Hold on. I got to get them just so. All right. There we go. Now you can see the picture better. So look at that. Successful. Applying your mind, finding out the information, figuring out how to do it, taking the action, because knights take action. And this is you're after clarity. You want to figure out how it is. What am I missing? You want to talk to people. You're communicating. You could even be applying for something, but you're very successful at doing this. I think you have a lot of family support as well. Okay, now let me separate these again. And so with that Empress card, you have the Ace of Swords. And again, this, for one thing, the Ace of Swords is about proceeding, beginning again with peace, honesty, fairness, like just this real clean energy, being offered an opportunity, a new opportunity to communicate differently. It's very peaceful energy, this is, and especially along with the Empress. This is nurturing, peaceful, and starting anew. Truth, honesty. And then with the Knight of Swords, you have the 10 of Pentacles. To me, this looks like going after a career, something to give you security in your life. You want to maybe build a family. You want to have that home security, that stability. You want stability in your life now, you might be realizing. And so this looks like that's what you're going for. You're applying yourself in some way. And it looks, it looks very successful. I think that you are near the end of struggling or having to juggle all your finances and energy toward things. I think you're gaining more balance in your life the more you heal, like with each little step, and everything is a step. You can't think too far ahead in these things, eh? You just got to take one step at a time. Okay, what am I going to do today? And so I also think that you could be waiting, like there's an opportunity for you, but you need to wait like 2 weeks or something like that before it can begin. Okay, but I feel like it's on the horizon. Oh, oh, my eye. Then you have here in the end of July, going into August. So this is interesting. Okay, I didn't do these ones by themselves. The devil, and you can see it's in slavery. It's it being enslaved to something, being chained by something. I have a feeling you're wanting to break the chains. Okay, because there's one thing you don't like, and that's being controlled by anything. You are the lion. You're the top of the food chain. You're not going to have a leash on you. Imagine putting a leash on a lion. Like that's so um then you have the temperance card, and so you're realizing that you need more balance in your life. You For one thing, I think you're gonna, we are what we eat, and not just what we eat in food, but what we feed ourselves. If we feed ourselves doubt, then we'll be doubtful. We feed ourselves booze, then we'll be drunk. If we feed ourselves kindness and fairness and patience, then we will be more balanced. And so I think you're trying to keep a balance between your fire and but more love and compassion in your life. And this is going to look, it's breaking right through this whole thing, right? It's breaking right through this, right? Breaking these chains. And and then you have the Queen of Wands, and this could be you, Leo, you. The queen is um, compared to the king. I think she's more humanitarian. There could be a humanitarian side of you, or a humanitarian side of you that comes out now at this point. You may have more compassion for others and animals and that sort of thing. This is doing work for the people kind of thing. And I'm wondering if this is what you're going to get into. You may help people that are in chains yourself. You may help people that were in the very situation you were in. I feel like you want to work towards that. You want to take action with that because of what you've learned. This is a big deal for you, what you've gone through. So I really feel like this is you, Leo, and you're at the queen and you have this. The king is more in control kind of thing, very um very smart, very able to plan and achieve things, as a high achiever. But the queen is more humanitarian, more does the same stuff, but for people, not for themselves. And so I feel like you're giving back in some way. I got to tell you. She also takes action, but she does it with a very compassionate side. Okay. So then we go with those Morgan Greer ones to complement these. And you have the Six of Wands on that devil, on that captivity, that enslavement. And the Six of Wands triumphs, like becoming a leader, leading other people. Like I said, I feel like there's some sort of humanitarian work. I think you're going to teach or talk or do something with what you've learned from this experience, born again. Okay. You could, this could be an offer, a position for you with responsibility. Obviously people are looking up to you, probably because the courage to share all what everything you've been through or something, you know. I get a real feeling of being a leader, an example, a mentor in some way. The Two of Wands with the Temperance. And so the Two of Wands is where we say, you know, what else is out there for me? I want to explore the world. I want to grow, but which way? Where am I going to grow? It's a big world, you know, and so trying to figure that out. So this is where you're trying to bring more balance into your life, like changing some of your habits, what you're doing. So you're kind of looking at your big picture, your big plan, your possibilities, and trying to make a decision of how you want to make growth, because you have these two wands here and there's a little bit of growth here on this one, and you know that it's possible at this time. You believe it, you know. And then with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups, this is also someone you could meet romantically. So I said this is probably you. This is could be another person that you meet romantically, someone that comes in, tells you how you feel, or you tell them how you feel, or something. This person could be a humanitarian, very much believes in helping people and loves people. There's a compassion and kindness to this person, and is very independent too. You know, this Queen of Wands could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Doesn't have to be though. They're a go-getter. They're a go-getter, an advocate, perhaps. Could work with animals, even like it's saving something. I kind of feel like, anyway. I feel like there's some sort of romantic something going on here. All right. There's love, and someone's saying it, talking about it. You could be pursuing someone, they could be pursuing you, maybe you don't even know. That would be nice surprise, eh? So here, oh, as usual, I forgot to talk about the cards that jumped out. Ugh, that drives me crazy sometimes when I forget that. I just get going, you know. Want to get right into it, and I don't have a look around first. I got to stop and smell the roses sometimes. So, Ten of Wands is the first card. This is the underlying energy, and you're wanting to soar. You're wanting to go for opportunities. You're wanting to do something creative or at work, or something that you can be successful at, for one thing. And um and and it could be life, like it could be a long commitment, like something that lasts a long time, is what I feel. Okay, there, now I can put that down. And then what jumped out in the Morgan Greer? Three of them jumped out: the Hanged Man, the Temperance. That's the second time you have Temperance, okay? Second time. And the Page of Cups. So again, this is expression of love. So in the Hanged Man, you know, there could be a situation or this past time when you felt like you were stuck, we're in this limbo. We can't seem to move forward or backward. We can't seem to express ourselves. We don't feel like there's anything we can say or do to change anything. But it might be more about giving up that attitude or that belief, some sort of belief. I feel like you have in yourself or others, perhaps doubt, disappointment, even perhaps, right? And so, but at the same time, not really willing to do or say anything to improve or change the situation. And in comes temperance. And this is when we take steps, we evolve, we grow, we start to see a light, we start, because the hanged man usually needs to sacrifice something for the greater good. It could be a habit, could be an attitude, could be a relationship, who knows? But there needs to be sacrificed something, because or else we hang in limbo. And in the temperance, we find that thing that's missing. We find that balance that we need to move up. And a lot of times it's spiritually, it's within ourselves. And it's just about believing in ourselves, forgiving yourself, sometimes forgiveness, because we can be angry, but when we dig deep, we find we're actually angry at ourselves. It's not everything else. We're mad at ourselves because we failed or someone disappointed us or something, So we went internal. And now you're going to give yourself the opposite of that internally. You're going to feed yourself, you're going to give yourself credit, for one thing, for everything that you have gone through, and you've made it and you've worked it out, and you've finally seen a light. You've come out on top. And then the Page of Cups, and this is expression of beauty, expression of love. This is what I figure that you gain from the temperance, is you're able to express love and receive it, because we can tell people we love them, they're beautiful, oh, you're awesome. But sometimes we have a hard time hearing that, accepting compliments, accepting love and praise. And at this time, you're able to. You're able to accept that and say thank you, and love it. So that's really nice. And then the other card was the Seven of Clubs. Now, the Seven of Clubs shows a little bit of worry. Also, there's this possibility too that you could have something to do with a Sagittarius, because that Sagittarius is pretty strong in your reading here. And also, communication. There could be communication with this Page of Cups, which could be someone who is sweet and honest and loving and not afraid to express themselves at all. If they really like you, they say, I really like you. And they're emotionally mature. Okay, emotionally mature. But anyway, so there's a little bit of worry there. You are concerned because don't forget, you're coming out of this whole huge thing. So it's taking you a little while to trust easily, even though you're practicing. You're practicing and you'll get better and better. Okay. Now, in the cartomancy, which is the art of reading the regular playing cards, this is very interesting. So, door opens, door closes. I feel like there's a possibility that, okay, this Queen of Spades is either a family member, someone you're meeting, or yourself. Okay. This person is hurting. They're in pain in some way. They're sick, sad, going through a difficult time, has experienced a lot of hurt, and they may show it in the way they behave or the way they talk, or they just look sad, something like that. It could have been from a relationship, from a situation. And I think that, first of all, you're going to meet this person, like this person, be attracted to this person. This person could also be a family member, like I said. So maybe you're trying to help this person, okay? Also, I think you might trying to prevent things getting worse for this person. So this spade is reversed, kind of. So trying to undo damage is kind of what I'm getting from this, and show love and compassion to maybe that's more, first of all, it's yourself, like I said, forgiveness and love that we give ourselves. But then others, extending it out to others that are also, I think that you've gained some understanding about human nature by going through it yourself. You have a little more understanding why that person is living on the street, or why that person can't seem to keep a job, or you're not judgmental, I feel, anymore. You could have been in the past, but not anymore, because you've gone through something. Coming in the first couple of weeks of July, like this is right away in July. um you could have a fear of losing this person too. There's a fear of losing this person. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to, I'm saying there's a fear of it. And this is why you're turning things around with them. So there's some sort of tears from a friend, and so they could be crying, going through a difficult time. I think this is a friend that's communicating with you, that I think you're helping in some way. um I think you're going to be getting good news in some way about positive change in your finances. This, I think this person has gone through difficult times too, or had, I'm not sure what, but I think they have some, I think there probably could be some change going on in their life. Something could change, and something definitely for the better. Something's going to grow for them. Um, and I think this is also for you. But I see an opportunity here that could, for financial change, for financial growth. Okay, maybe coming from someone that uh maybe you didn't trust before. I'm not sure, but anyway. Eight of clubs, four of hearts, two of clubs. So this is business talk. There's a meeting here, and it's a gathering of people. So, and this could be, it's more than two probably. So maybe it's an interview. I think that you're very well liked in this interview. I think you really present well, talk very well, do well in interviews. So this is definitely business talk, and it's about an opportunity that I think you're going to do very well in. This is friendly environment. Um, yeah. In your actual job pile, look at that. Five of hearts, queen of diamonds, ace of diamonds. So I see you signing a contract. This is an offer. This is a contract, an agreement, a piece of paper, probably communication, definitely. This is something that is make increasing your happiness a lot. Okay. I think there is, I think you're signing this contract with an older woman, could be the secretary, the business manager, whatever. But that's who you're doing it through. And you're very, very happy about this. Something good is coming your way. You have a lot of women in your reading. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Spades, Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts. What do we got down here? Oh, finally, a younger person. But so, how others are seeing you or influencing you? I think this person, this Queen of Hearts, is probably a relative. Could be a sister, aunt, um, maybe mother, perhaps. And I think this person has seen you suffer, is wishing things to change for you, and to improve your losses, is what I'm saying. I think this person is trying to help you. Like I said, they could be helping you financially. This could be a blue-eyed woman. She could be fair, have fair skin, fair hair, but mostly she's loving, caring, compassionate, sweet, very friendly and helpful, supportive, okay, during your loss. In the foundation, so this has probably already happened, we have the Jack of Hearts, the Eight of Clubs, and the Nine of Diamonds. So there is a Jack of Hearts around. So sometimes a Jack of Hearts is could also be a relative. This could be your child, this is younger person. This could be the love of someone around you or your own. But this person has good news and it's job talk. I can see you're doing some talking here, and it's something ambitious, something for you to be more successful. This is a very good opportunity, I'm telling you. And up here, you're having the meeting and I think this is long term, this is longevity. This could be a lifetime career, something you get into for a long time, long commitment anyway. And I feel like there's a contract involved in this up here, okay? And here's where you hear about it, talk about it, this opportunity. So I feel like it's brewing right now. But I have a feeling in July, um, I think by the end of July or by mid July, even, you could be signing a contract or you're starting negotiation. Now, I think you're you know, starting training, possibility of training too. So, in your surprise, you have the Three of Clubs, the Four of Clubs, and the Four of Diamonds. So the Three of Clubs is hard work and perseverance. This is putting the time and the energy in. This is creating the masterpiece. You get recognition later for the masterpiece, but at this time, you're creative. You're creating it. You're focusing. You're working hard. You're figuring it out. Putting your mark on something. And in the Four of Clubs and the Four of Diamonds, um, you might have a little doubt because you could be on a learning curve here. You might have a little doubt about yourself, if you're doing the right thing, if you're getting it, if you're going to be good at this. But I don't think you have to worry. I think this is a learning curve. So it takes a while to figure out this place and this system and how I fit in and my little corner of the world where I do what I do, and yeah, am I doing it all right? It's that time. I'm really feeling like it's a learning curve because I think you're going through training too. There's some sort of training and knowledge that you need to gather. You need to learn what to do physically and what to do mentally, what you need to know. And so you really have to focus and concentrate on what you're getting here. But I feel like you're stationary. Like I feel like you could be at a desk in a room, maybe with a bunch of people. Could be, what do they call, orientation? Orientation could be that too. So I feel like there could be a time of going through that before you start the actual position. But, and it's coming at a time when you're ready. You've just gotten through this chapter in your life where you had to look at yourself, face your demons, grow, rise out of the ashes, grow and be better and apply yourself, learn what to do and actually do it. Take that plan forward. So you're going to definitely get rewarded for your work here. So incredible reading. Um, you have a lot of female energy, it looks like to me, in your life, whether that's family, work, people, whatever. But it looks like you have a lot of support and love, basically. So it's full steam ahead, Leo. Wow, this is really great. I want to know by the end of July, maybe a little into August, like first week or something, if you are starting something new, big like that. And if you've become that phoenix, if you've become that hierophant, you might be becoming the guide, the teacher, the one that expands other people's minds. I really feel like you could be, this is a big growth time for you. It's huge. Anyway, I want to know, okay? Anyway, July is a big month. I was remembering that Julius Caesar, July is named after him. And he invented, among many things, but the calendar, the very reason we have July. He invented the whole calendar system, which we still use today. Imagine, all like 1,000 years later, we're still using this system, or more than 1,000, couple thousand. But and he figured out the whole thing. So brilliant person he was. So just think of your Julius Caesar when you're thinking of yourself, conqueror. All right, bye, Leo. Take care. Talk to you soon.